Dear student, myself Dr. Shrikant, VL College of Pharmacy, Raichur. Please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon for the latest video. Today we are going to take a subject that is in biopharmaceutics. In that pharmaceutical factor or dosage form factor or formulation factor affecting the drug absorption and bioavailability. जो टॉपिक लिया है ना वो है फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग द रेट ऑफ अब्जॉर्प्शन विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू फार्मास्यूटिकल डोसेज फॉर्म। यहाँ पे फार्मुलेशन जो बनता है ना उसके बाद हम लोग लेने के बाद अब्जॉर्प्शन को ज़्यादा होता है कम होता है तो वो चीज़ को बोलते हैं डिफरेंट फार्मुलेशंस अफेक्टिंग ऑन द रेट ऑफ अब्जॉर्प्शन एंड बायो अवेलेबिलिटी। सो coming to the what are the important factor which will be affecting the rate of drug absorption and ultimately the rate of bioavailability. Mainly one type of dosage form, secondly manufacturing process, and third additive used in the dosage form, binder used in the dosage form, disintegrant used in the dosage form, lubricant used in the glidant. These are the important factor has to be considered while making the dosage form with respect to the absorption of the particular drug. So first one, let me discuss type of dosage form. Okay, type of dosage form. So dosage form is available as a solid dosage form, liquid dosage form, semi-solid dosage form and gaseous dosage forms. Okay, gaseous dosage form. Among these dosage form, which one is more bioavailability? Okay, which one is a more bioavailability? For example, solid dosage form is there. Again you are getting the dosage form like a tablets, capsule or powder. Among which dosage form will be more absorption when compared to the other dosage form. Similarly, liquid dosage form are there, elixirs are, syrups are there, solutions are, etc. are there. And similarly, semi-solid dosage form are available as an ointment, gels, creams, etc. Gaseous dosage form most commonly known as an aerosol system. When comparing all this type of dosage form, the gaseous dosage form is have the faster the absorption when compared to the other dosage form. Similarly, the liquid dosage form are faster from the solid dosage form. अभी समझो लिक्विड डोसेज में पेरेंटल इंजेक्शन रहता है, वो इंजेक्शन के लिए आपको अब्जॉर्प्शन प्रोसेस ही नहीं रहता है, इट विल डायरेक्टली एंटरिंग इनटू द सिस्टमिक सर्कुलेशन होता है। अगर सॉलिड डोसेज फॉर्म रहे तो टैबलेट लिए तो टैबलेट लेने के बाद अंदर जाता है, अंदर जाने के बाद डिसइंटीग्रेट होता है, डिसइंटीग्रेट होने के बाद स्मॉल पार्टिकल होता है। ये जो प्रोसेस के लिए क्या हो जाता है, इसका रेट ऑफ अब्जॉर्प्शन विल बी स्लोज डाउन. Okay, slows down. Hence the bioavailability is depend on the particular type of dosage form. Okay, so usually the pattern will goes in the manner like that. Solution are more the absorption when compared to the emulsion, and when compared to the suspension, and the suspension is more compared to the capsule is more compared to the tablet, and tablet is more compared to the coated, and similarly the coated tablet is faster than the sustained release dosage form. This is the pattern which will follows the rate of absorption. Hence, while you are making any dosage form, be remember the rate of absorption. Okay. Next comes the manufacturing process. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोसेस समझ लिए, हम लोग बना रहे टैबलेट, जो भी एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ ना, इट इज वेरी रिलेटेड टू द टैबलेट. सो इन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोसेस बायोअवेलेबिलिटी is depends upon the manufacturing method also, what method you are adapted for making the particular type of dosage form. For example, I taken as a tablet dosage form. This tablet can be done by direct compression as well as the granulation process. If you made the tablet with the direct compression, its bioavailability will be more. I shown the narrow mark, bioavailability will be more. When you come across with the method granulation process for the preparation of the tablet or manufacturing of the tablet, the bioavailability less when compared to the direct compression. So यहाँ पे ये मालूम होता है जो टैबलेट बनता है ना, कौन से मेथड से आप बना रहे हैं. डायरेक्ट कंप्रेशन अगर रहे तो उसके बायोअवेलेबिलिटी फास्टर रहता. अगर ग्रैनुलेशन मेथडोलॉजी कोई भी अडेप्ट किया तो उसका जो उसको जो बायोअवेलेबिलिटी रहता है ना थोड़ा कम ही रहता है। ओके, सो वो समझ में ये मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोसेस पे बायोअवेलेबिलिटी का हमको ये मालूम हो जाता है। एंड नेक्स्ट कम्स द एडिटिव यूज्ड इन द डोसेज फॉर्म। एडिटिव्स यूज्ड इन द डोसेज फॉर्म, समझ लीजिए टैबलेट में कौन सा एडिटिव्स हम लोग यूज कर रहे उसका भी it will affect the absorption and as well as the bioavailability. And additives are nothing but the excipient or non-active ingredient or pharmaceutical aid which are used in the formulation for the stability of the formulation. Additives which are commonly used in pharmacy are the hydrophilic as well as the hydrophobic. See that if the additives which are comes under the hydrophilic nature, its bioavailability very faster when compared to the hydrophobic, because hydrophobic will have the lesser bioavailability when compared to the hydrophilic. As I told, more the soluble in water, the bioavailability is also increases. Okay, that is the point to be concluded. So जब भी हम लोग फार्मूलेशन बनाते हैं ना, एडिटिव कौन सा सेलेक्ट किया पर्टिकुलर फार्मूलेशन के लिए वो भी इंपॉर्टेंस रहता है। अगर हाइड्रोफिलिक रहता है उसका जो बायोअवेलेबिलिटी रहता है ना थोड़ा फास्ट ही रहता है व्हेन कंपेयर टू द हाइड्रोफोबिक एडिटिव्स। नेक्स्ट कम्स द बाइंडर यूज्ड इन द डोसेज फॉर्म, इन द टैबलेट डोसेज फॉर्म। आप ये समझ लीजिए बाइंडर मतलब क्या होता है, इसका जो हार्डनेस इंक्रीज हो जाता है ग्रैन्यूल्स का। सो स्ट्रॉन्गर बाइंडर हार्डनेस बढ़ जाता है और उसका डिसइंटीग्रेशन टाइम इंक्रीज हो जाता है, बायोअवेलेबिलिटी विल बी डिक्रीज हो जाता है। Okay, so if you use a normal or lighter binder, what happen, hardness will be optimum and disintegration time will be optimum and bioavailability will be increases. Hence the selection of the binder is also very much important in the tablet formulation. Okay, so example are the starch are there, sodium alginate are there, guar gum are there, almond gum are there. These are the binding agent which will affect the rate of absorption and also ultimately bioavailability of that particular drug. Next comes the disintegrants used in the dosage form. That is when you are making the tablet. So what type of disintegrating agent you are using, whether normal disintegrating agent you are using or super disintegrating agent are used. Disintegrants are nothing but breaking of the tablet. Once the tablet is done, when you swallowed into our body, how much faster it will disintegrate. So those are the responsibility of the disintegrants. So strong disintegrating agent हम लोग यूज किया तो उसका जो रेट बायोअवेलेबिलिटी इंक्रीज हो जाता है। हम लोग समझ लीजिए वीक डिसइंटीग्रेंट्स यूज किया तो उसका डिसइंटीग्रेशन टाइम ज्यादा हो जाता है, बायोअवेलेबिलिटी कम हो जाता है। ओके, सो लास्ट वन लुब्रिकेंट एंड ग्लाइडेंट। These lubricant and glidant both are hydrophobic nature. Hydrophobic nature. When you see the word hydrophobic means the rate of absorption always lower when compared to the hydrophilic additives. So if excess is used, for example lubricant and glidant in tablet formulation, if you use excess, what happen, it decreases the disintegration and it ऑटोमेटिकली डिसोल्यूशन रेट भी कम हो जाता है, ऑटोमेटिकली बायोअवेलेबिलिटी भी कम हो जाता है and totally the less the drug is available for the absorption takes place. Hence the lubricant or glidant is very much important for making the successful of the tablet. However, the concentration which are used in the formulation you to be used in a little quantity so that it can minimize the disintegration or dissolution or the bioavailability so that you can increase the rate of absorption. So the more the drug is absorbed, so the more bioavailability will be there. So hence these are the most important the type of factors which affect the rate of absorption as well as the rate of bioavailability. So जब भी हम लोग डोसेज फॉर्म बनाते हैं ना, उसका जो भी एडिटिव्स और जो भी एजेंट हम लोग इंक्लूड करते हैं ना फार्मूलेशन में, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रहता है with respect to the absorption. Okay, hopefully you understand this video very clearly.